Welcome to the Aprés Business Podcast, the show that celebrates the grit, grind, and passion it takes to build extraordinary outdoor brands. Your host, Rebecca Babicz, brings you straight into the stories of marketers and industry insiders who are shaping the outdoor world. Let's jump into today's episode.
I want to go back to pre-launch because that's actually on this podcast, it's come up a few times that nobody talks about the pre-launch and how the pre-launch is actually some of the hardest parts and stages where you're am I crazy? Why am I doing this? How do I go should I go all in on this? And I know that this resonates with you because last time we talked, you told me you had a job offer, really juicy job offer for a tech sales company. It was on the table, and it was you're probably just seeing your life or Emma Ross this way or this way, security, nice job, different little could still have a good life. It looks like this, or Emma Ross this way. It's going to be all over. It's going to be unknown. And I just want to bring you back to that moment and hear from your point of view about how hard that was to stay in it and during pre-launch.
Yeah, totally. I mean, so I was designing, developing all of that for a year and a half before launching. And so I had quit my job before that. So meaning I'd already quit my job for a year while I was designing and developing. So
you were making a paycheck for a full year.
Exactly. Yeah. So that was really hard. I had some money saved up. Of course, it was really tight. I would say shout out to my husband for being so awesome and supportive, during that time period, right? Tit for tat, helped him out before he helps me, right? And I will say though, feeling like you're not contributing to a partnership, financially, and telling your in-laws that you're starting a company making overalls, this it's a very vulnerable time. And I think probably every other day there may have been some tears, just overcome with doubt. And this was around the time I was working at the gear shop and just trying to bring something in the door and while trying to start this company. And I actually found a journal, and I think I told you this from that year, and I looked through it and it is depressing. It is
I don't remember you saying that. Oh goodness.
Oh my gosh. It is. I wish I had a passage to read, but it's literally saying, I don't know if I can do this. I'm overcome with doubt. What am I doing? Why did I think this would work? There's even some Venn diagrams I found of should I quit now? Should I take this other job? And what are pros and cons of both, right? And I actually think Venn diagramming is something just can be really helpful in decision making. I love doing it with some big decisions like that. And reading it, it's just truly amazing you forget how bad it was, you always do. And then you read something like that and it's whoa, I was going through it, So yeah, I think just the fact that I ended up choosing Allover versus this very cushy job offer, which would have been completely different direction. And I chose to launch and still make no money, right? It was go make money half-ass Allover, or go full in on Allover and see where it goes, right? And I'm so proud of that moment. And I'm so proud that I chose to do Allover because it's been the hardest thing I've ever done. And I think just my background, I don't know. I think just personally, I've quit a lot. I've quit a lot of things, right? I've applied to business school. I ended up, I got in and I was oh no, never mind. Just there have been so many things in my life where I've just been I'll try really hard and then I'll be forget it, And so this was exactly this moment of whoa, I've tried really hard. I'm almost there. I'm almost launching. And I've got this dangling carrot over here, this shiny, cushy object distracting me. And yeah, it was such a test, man. And I just was like, shit, okay, I'm gonna do the hard thing. And I pursued Oliver. I said no. Scariest thing ever. Best decision ever. It's like the hardest ever. Like the hardest thing you'll ever do is be an entrepreneur. But oh my gosh, it shows who you are. And I'm just so proud of that moment that I was able to like look at adversity and be like, let's go through it. We gotta go through it. Don't
Yeah.
shy away, you know?
Yeah. And I love this. Okay, because it's such a good lead into my next question. So, you did not just like print a logo on a t-shirt and like launch a brand. Like you actually designed a product and a product that didn't exist, a product that you didn't have. And we already talked about your background. Pretty sure you didn't learn how to sew while you were selling canned wine, right? Tell me about that, going from like not having any sort of manufacturing background to launching and creating a new product for women who, like you mentioned, all have different body types, right? And are all very picky and sizing is weird and it just seems like a really steep learning curve.
I'm a believer that you can learn anything. You just got to spend the time and be really persistent and passionate, right? Like have that. But I will say clothing and manufacturing is it's very steep. Holy crap. I had a designer from the beginning. It was like a friend was like trying to create climbing pants. So I asked him who he was using. So I used her for a second. I didn't know what I was doing. I just was like, start with sketches? I don't really know. Like let me just tell you what I want. And you're just going to start. Her background was in fashion. So she lived in New York. And so you can imagine, didn't have any experience in the outdoors industry or performance fabrics, like nothing. And I, I very quickly realized after like a month, I was like, oh man, we're not really seeing eye to eye here. I don't think there's like that. I don't think this is my match. And that's okay. So just told her. And then someone told me about Basecamp. Like this is a while ago. This is like 3 years ago now. Basecamp, the outdoor job board online. And I posted the job on there. Hey, I'm looking for a designer because I knew start with a designer. You always start with product. I'm gonna start with product, right? And so I put out a post and I got a ton of amazing hits. I mean, like there were so many qualified designers applying, and I was like, "What? This is amazing!" Like, and couple worked for Columbia, Big Agnes, like some big names, like Ruffwear. A guy was like a director at Patagonia for a while. So all this to say, just like seeming very quality people. So I went with a woman who's incredible. Her name's Monica Welker, Weft Design Studio. She was up in Steamboat, and I was like, well, she's local-ish, right? Like, so in Colorado, we can meet and see each other and have meetings. And she also just got it. We're about the same age in our 30s, and she's a big mountain biker, lives the lifestyle. And she was like, "Oh, yeah, I totally get it. I like, let's make it." And I was just like, "That's what I'm looking for." Like she resonated ASAP. Hired her, and she took me from early like sketching to doing like everything together, to size grading, to sourcing fabric, to tech packs, sourcing the factory. We did that together in Vietnam, and all the way to first production run. So if you can imagine, we worked together for a year and a half. And she was incredible. And yeah, so I feel lucky that I found her as a guide. So all this to say, she had just tremendous knowledge about how to do all this. And, at the same time was scrappy. Like, I think she was like, oh, we can figure it out. Let's just go source. Oh, that fabric didn't work. Let's try this one. Just was very like, always had like, oh, we're just going to figure it out. And I really appreciate that because obviously I'm scrappy. My
Mhm.
background is in startups. So we
Yeah.
really resonated in that. And she really taught me a lot about what you look for in a factory, when you go, like good ventilation, good lighting, like all these things that you look for overseas. And just kind of gave me the rundown of how to do it. And so I really do owe it to her. I found a really good guide. It hasn't come without its trials and tribulations, of course. Like I launched in May. Um, I did a small air shipment and then a sea ocean freight. It's just cheaper, so you do larger amounts via ocean. And I thought they were going to arrive a month later. They didn't arrive until late August, 3 months late. There was a typhoon and a hurricane, plus manufacturing delays. That happens. Did I know that? No. So, a huge learning curve with just literally logistics. I would say logistics has been one of the hardest parts of all this. But that was so people didn't get product until August, if you can imagine that, which actually it's amazing. Like the people in Colorado are just so supportive of small businesses because, I sent out so many emails of what's going on. Here's, status update. And I think one person got a refund, meaning wanted one. Otherwise, people were like, oh, all good, sister. Like you got this. Like just so
They're
supportive.
like, it's worth the wait. I want those. I'll wait.
Yeah, like people were willing to wait, and I think that's such a testament to the community out here. It's so solid.
I love
But
that. Okay, so that was actually that's a great. I was my next question. So you're in Salida.
yeah,
There's population of about 6,000.
yeah,
Um, and last time we talked, you know, you mentioned your love for where you live and how this has actually helped your business instead of limit it. And I want to hear more about that because it's like it's such a small town, um, the networking opportunities are probably there, but it's so small, right? It's like, I mean, I even think of the same thing. Like I'm in Utah and I'm in Salt Lake City, but like what if I was in New York, right? Like
yeah,
there'd be a lot more people to kind of bump into and so I want to hear like how that's actually benefited you.
yeah, definitely. So I was in Denver for years, and then Golden. So that's where I was right before Salida. So I only moved to Salida like in April, so it's 6, 7 months, something like that. And But during this past winter, I did an accelerator down here. I was part of this accelerator group called the Ascent program. So I got to meet other entrepreneurs every single month and we worked together. And honestly, I just felt like I already had become a part of the community through that program. And it just opened my eyes to, wow, there's a big entrepreneurship scene here, and there's a lot of support behind it. Because I think mainly, in small towns, like a business that opens up is a big deal. Like it's like, oh my gosh, yes, another business. This promotes the economy in this town. It's a big deal to have that and to support it. So I think people in a small town are just very gung ho versus like a Denver or Golden is a community in itself, but it is a subset of Denver. It's not very far, so it still feels very large. Um, where yeah, down here you definitely don't get lost in the mix. Like people know your business, they know you, and they absolutely want to see it succeed and support the economy in the town. So I
Mhm.
think that's so cool because it feels like direct impact. It feels very real and like I'm contributing to a community here. And I actually really would like that to make it more of a goal with Allover. Obviously, like I've only recently moved down here, so but this has really come up for me as like, wow, I've just seen the community down response behind my brand, and I would love to dive more into that and how I can really give back and support this community here. Yeah. I think that's such a great purpose with businesses too, right? Like we give to each other, and it creates so much vibrancy in a small town.
Mhm.
Um, but again, like I came down here being like, oh man, is this gonna be too small? Like really worried and kind of scared that my business was may suffer a little bit because of that. And oh my God, no, it is done better. It is done better, truly.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so you've had a lot of buy-in, like you mentioned. You're going to a lot of shows and farmers markets and, testing the product, getting sales that way. Um, how or what is your plan? How are you actively reaching the rest of the world with this amazing product that they need to know about?
Yeah. So here's the thing with events, they're very tiring. I started to hire a small team in Steamboat. Shout out my girls up there. But they have been working some of the events for me like at the tail end of this summer and going into this fall. And then they will kind of take over into next year. And we'll probably still do the same quantity of events. The main reason in person, it's great marketing, right? It's great exposure. Get your name out there. You feel hyper local. Um, at the same time, it is for us, it's a huge revenue driver. We absolutely crush it at these events. It's like it's really good money right now,
So
and
people can
we
actually
need it.
see the product and feel
Yes.
it. Like,
And we
yeah.
need it at this early stage. It's a great revenue driver. Let's keep following that. And the reason why I'm hiring a team to help me do that next year is so that from now, which I've already been working on for a couple months, but now-ish into next year through 2026, I am working on our wholesale strategy, built like increasing our growth in wholesale as well as online. So e-commerce to, with the hope being in 2027 we can go to much less events. They're mainly a marketing expense, and our revenue drivers are from primarily wholesale and ecom. So that is the goal. I just hired a marketing agency out of Denver. They are rock stars. I've only been working them for 2 weeks, but they're helping with some website efficiencies, conversion rates, um, digital ads, and like for Google and Meta, things that I've dabbled in, but really just need some help. So I've hired them for a couple months just to get that feeling really solid. And then me and my in-house people can like take it over. But that is kind of wheels are in motion. I pitched a Title IX next week. And Title IX is like a big e-com brand for women's athletic wear. They also have some brick and mortars, but I think primarily it's online. And really excited about that opportunity. Who knows what's going to happen? I think no matter what, great experience, but that could be, a wonderful opportunity to have a partnership with some larger wholesalers too. So a lot on the horizon. I'm excited. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that'll be so exciting. Good luck with that one. But also you are like you said, focusing more on digital. I've seen you on your Instagram lately. So another hat that you've had to wear is content creator. Emma posted the cutest video of her. It was like a get ready with me. She was going mountain biking and just day in the lifestyle, and I loved it. And I wanted to bring that up because another hat that you have to wear as a business owner.
Yeah. Again, it doesn't come naturally to me, but I don't know if it does for anybody. I think like we talked about before, it's a skill that you build and you get better and better at it. And I feel like I'll start doing it and then I'll kind of do a big pause on, video creation or founder content. And it kind of loses momentum for me and then I feel rusty with it. So a big goal is to just do more of that. And a goal for me also is just like to take videos myself every day. I'm not going to use all of it, but just to feel more comfortable and just to continue doing it because it is really important. And I mean, this is how I buy it. I know this is a big trend in for buyers nowadays. It's or consumers. It's an emotional connection. The what you're buying, the story behind it, who's behind it. Like, is this just like a spin-off of a massive outdoor brand, RAI or something, and they're just creating this stuff. No, this is actually a person, and they're living a regular life and they bootstrapped it and they blah blah blah. So I see how important that is, and I'm like, okay, I got to get on it. But I will say it takes me a long time. It's just not second nature to me yet. So, it takes me a long time to do the videos and edit them and stuff. But I think no matter what, I kind of have fun with it. Like I try to be silly and
You're
like
pro. What are you talking about?
make them fun, like I look at trends and stuff, but not really. Like I'm like, oh, I just gotta get my face on there and kind of almost poke fun at myself because that makes it a little easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what would you say, like other founders who are not comfortable with that? Like, do you have any advice? Because it sounds like you were kind of there where you're like, oh, this feels kind of cringe, but I know I need to do it. And so,
Yeah. I think I think I always think that I should be like other influencers or other people putting content out there. Like you watch these videos and you're like, oh, I should just do it exactly like them. And it's like every time I've tried doing that, it's not good. And I actually like, yes, the concept, but I'm like, be okay, feel okay to just be yourself. And I feel like that should come through. And I think your like you may get more followers that like you more because you're being yourself. Um,
mhm.
and I think that's hard to do, right? And hence why I am literally like just take a video a day of yourself, of myself talking, I would say that's a good practice, just a feeling like comfortable with a camera. I think a lot of people can be camera shy, as I am, and I think it's just kind of a skill and like a muscle. It's a practice to build it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna do some fun rapid fire questions now, and then we'll wrap up with our après business moment. Okay, so rapid fire. Favorite outdoor activity in Salida?
Probably mountain biking. The crest is just so beautiful. It's awesome.
Mountain biking, rock climbing, or skiing?
Probably skiing.
Big skier.
Yeah, I know. Now I'm getting older and I'm like it's cold. But I've always loved skiing. I do in terms of like what I'm best at out of those three, probably be skiing. Yeah.
Cool, cool. One founder you'd want to swap lives with for a day.
Oh my God. Oh, I love this question. It would probably be so I'm reading this book. It's called Making Money is Killing Your Business, which sounds really scary, but it's actually phenomenal. And it's about like how to kind of create a business like that fits the lifestyle that you want. It's really good. And I would say that guy who wrote it, he's a serial entrepreneur, and every business he's created it where hard work, but he makes it so he has time and freedom with every single business. And, it takes years to get there, but I'm like, I would swap, like, that guy's living the life. Like, I'm in. And he's inspiring. It's fair. It's good, but yeah.
One piece of gear you can't live without.
Ooh, um, my Allovers. Duh!
I was
No,
like,
but
I think we teed this one up for you because I was like, what else would she say?
I think you teed it up for, I mean, I was just like, okay, well, like, what do I wear every day?
Oh
I'm
no,
not even
I was thinking about it.
like,
I was like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I can't think of anything.
what's interesting is I wore them a ton when I lived in Golden, sure. But here in a mountain town, like living in Salida, every day, dude, like, because it's truly like you're on the trail then going to work. So yeah, it fits very well.
Dream collab, since we did talk about collabs. Dream collab.
Ooh, fun. I'm gonna say like I would love to do a collab with like a fun shoe brand like Keen, like a big time, like a big one. Like, I think that'd be so fun because could be just like a full outfit and get some fun free shoes. But I think that'd be a really cool collab is to like design a shoe collab together. I think that'd be really fun.
All right, Keen, if you're listening, let's make this happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Brand you admire the most.
A brand I'm loving right now is my friend Chelsea runs Hiker Kind, and I just think she does a beautiful job with the branding. It's very I would say Eastern style, like East Coast US style outdoor wear. So like, kind of nice. It's got like collars, things like that. Like it's just beautiful clothing, and I like her take. I haven't ever seen that take with outdoor clothing, and again, I love newness. I love seeing a gap in markets and filling it, and I feel like she's done something really interesting there. I like it.
Cool. Cool, cool. Okay. Last question in the rapid fire. One piece of advice you wish you'd give yourself 3 years ago.
I'd probably say time management. Like even 3 years ago, just start building that skill. I think that skill is so important. When you're an entrepreneur, you have so much going on at once. It's a lot of project management, and what goes hand in hand in that is time management to work on all these different, honestly, different subsets of things every single day that are totally different from each other. So, I think it's like, all this on the business stuff and then in the business stuff. You wear your CEO hat and then you wear your doer employee hat. And time managing that, I still struggle with. I think it's a skill set to just keep building on, and you can start, oh my God, as early as when you start building that skill as early as when you start the company. Because when it gets really busy, it's harder. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. That resonates so much. Um, well, awesome, Emma. So this is the Aprés Business Podcast. We always finish with the Aprés moment. So I've made other people on the podcast cry with this question, so brace yourself. But tell me what you're most proud of in your business or in your life. Sorry. Tell me what you're most proud of.
Oh, that's a great question. Oh man. I do think I mentioned this is kind of that vulnerable stage of the pre-launch, and I had this big decision to make of whether or not I was kind of going to quit and go for an easy job, the easy way out, or like do the hard thing and see it through. And I, I don't know if it's boring of me to come back to that, but I do always think of that as being like a really proud moment for me because I have, like I mentioned, like quit a lot in my life or see it fizzle out. A lot of things. I'm an Enneagram 7, right? Like so a lot of things on the board at once. And I can be, definitely in the past, half-assing a lot of them. And the fact that I've gone full in on Allover and I'm not half-assing this at all, super proud of that. It's been a long time coming, and it's hard to do that, and for someone like me it's hard. um and honestly, just focusing in and being able to choose one thing, oh my God, it's been the best thing of my life. Like I'm like, wow, spreading yourself thin is really difficult. Like there's a lot of gray area with that, and for
Mhm.
me it was a struggle, big struggle. So I feel less struggle in my life, even though having a business is the hardest thing I've ever done. It feels very hard right now. It's almost like I don't have struggle like with who I am and what my purpose is and what I'm meant to do. And it's like, oh, I'm working towards this and I'm all in. So I'm really proud of that. And I'm like, it's we're profitable. Like I'm getting there, and I think that's a massive thing. Even though, we're still so small. I'm like sometimes I'm like, oh, it's nothing to be proud of yet. But then I'm like, wait, no, yes. Like I've come a long way in a couple years, and it's easy to forget how far you've come. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. All right. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. How can people connect with you? How can they buy your product? Tell us, can they slide into the DMs? Are you still answering the Instagram messages?
Yeah, Instagram's pretty much me. So yeah, please DM. And yeah, alloverapparel.com is my website. That's where you can purchase. We also have a retailers list, and we have retailers all over Colorado on our website listed, so you can find some places to go in and try them on if you want. That is near you. But follow on Instagram. That's definitely what I'm trying to build, and kind of my channel of outreach and speaking to my clientele, customer base. So my people. So yeah, please reach out.
I love it. Thank you so much, Emma. Thanks for sharing your story. And I'm so excited for you. And I'm obsessed with your product, and major kudos for how far you've come in such a short period of time. Can't wait to see what you do with this business.
Well, thanks so much, Rebecca. I really appreciate it. This is so fun.
So fun.